I've had some low rounds in the past, but nothing like this.
My goodness sakes alive, folks. This is absolutely fascinating what's going on with Annika Sörenstam right now.
You know, even now, 15 years later, I can see myself walking in those fairways. I can see myself rolling some of those putts in. It's still so vivid, if you know what I mean.
This is record stuff that we're looking at here right now.
It was just a lot more than just a round. Well, the day I shot 59, I would say was pretty much a normal warm-up routine. You know, I warm up an hour and 15 minutes, and I don't remember hitting it exceptionally well on the range. I don't remember rolling more putts in the putting green, and I don't remember feeling any particular in the mindset. It felt like a normal Friday, really, in the round 2 of a golf tournament. I birdied the first, and then I got kind of settled, and then I birdied the second, and I birdied the third, and then after 4 birdies in a row, I remember turning to my caddy, and I said, "How many birdies in a row have you seen before?" And he said, "I've seen 4." And I said, "Well, I know I can do 6 because I had done that before at a British Open a few years previously." So I made 6 birdies in a row, and then I really didn't think anymore, and then I birdied 7 and birdie 8. And of course, at that point, you realize that this is not an ordinary round. I mean, I've never birdied 8 in a row. I've never been 8 under after 8. So that's when I started to think a little bit, which, as you know, when you start thinking in golf, is not always a good thing. And but I knew then that it was going to be, you know, pretty special.
She birdied 8 of the first 9, and folks, she's got 9 of 10 so far.
Obviously, this was not my first year on tour, so I've learned a little bit. I had some experience. I've had some low rounds in the past, but nothing like this. But I've learned how to control my emotions. I've learned how to just try to focus on the upcoming shot. As I say, the shot in the now, the most important shot, not what you did 10 minutes ago, or not what you're going to do 10 minutes from now. It's this particular shot. So I like to say that the mental aspect of the game has always been my strong suit. So, of course, at that point, when you're a little bit uncomfortable, because I looked at the scorecard, I just saw a lot of circles because I circled my birdies. I realized that I'm a little nervous, and that's when I turned to my caddy and I said, I'm ready for some pars now. And he said, okay. So I hit the fairway and I hit the green, and then I made a par, and that somehow made me more comfortable. It kind of slowed me down as far as the racing in my head.
Birdie putt for Annika Sörenstam. She has now birdied 10 of 11 holes.
So I make the turn at 8 under after 9, and I walk to the tee, and I remember telling my caddy, I feel good again. Let's make some more birdies. And he said, okay. As you know, you don't argue with a player that's playing well. So I birdied number 10, and I birdied number 11, and I birdied number 12, and I birdied number 13.
There it is. Annika Sörenstam now 18 under for the tournament.
Now I guess it's starting to, the thoughts are going more, to finish the round, and what would this mean? I've always had Vision 54 in my head, which is, believing you can birdie every hole. So, I was literally on track at that point. So, I just tell myself, let's not get too far ahead of yourself. You still have, 5 holes to play, and trying to just stay calm and focused and keep going. And so I parred a few. I mean, I had some birdie chances, but they didn't go in. And then the 17th hole is a par 5, and I was able to reach it in 2. I believe I hit a 7-wood on the back of the green and 2-putted. So when I'm standing on 18th tee, I'm now 13 under, and par is 72. So, of course, I mean, I'm very, very aware of where I am and what I need to do and what I would love to do, and obviously the history behind it.
Already with the most birdies in one round during an LPGA event. She'll break the 18-hole scoring record and the 36-hole scoring record for an LPGA event, as she would move to the par 4 ninth, 383 yards, her second shot.
So I'm standing there, and I'm trying to just focus on what I gotta do. This is literally an 8-footer, low downhill, and I think it's a little left to right, and just do what you've done all day long. And I felt like I hit a good putt. It rolled by on the left side, and and ended up about 3 feet. You know, if you watch the telecast, it's probably not 3 feet, but you know, that's really how I felt it was. Of course, I was nervous. I mean, I knew that, you know, if I miss it, it's still a great round. It's going to be my lowest ever, and 60 is not too shabby. So, but I figured, you know, just go there and hit a 3-footer. I've done it probably a million times, and I said the ball doesn't know where it is and where it's going in from. It's just trust your process, trust what you got to do, and I rolled it in, and I mean the relief or just the emotions. It was so incredible because I didn't know what to do, and I just literally started jumping and then leaped in my caddy's arm and just stood there and couldn't believe what I've done. But then again, it felt like I could do this all day long, if you know what I mean. I didn't chip in, I didn't hole shots. It was just, you know, solid golf. But as far as a single round, you know, it was more than just a single round. You know, I've had 64s. I think I've had a 63, but it was just a lot more than just a round.